Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Castlevania Lord of Shadows. What else is this called? Mirror of Fate HD? Yeah. So, it seems rather premature, but we're kind of going through all of the map. All we unlocked was the one ability to use the chain whip. And that seems to be all that you kind of needed to unlock most things. And as we're going through the map, we're at level 9 right now of 18, possibly higher levels, but it doesn't seem like you unlock any new attacks after level 18. And we're just going to try and turn all these blue flames into gold flames and collect everything. This really feels like a unfinished product in the sense that there feels like there should be definitely way more collectibles. Interesting. Why did that jump not work? I don't even know if I'm going the right directions. Ooh. Well, at least you don't immediately die when you fall into these sections. Hey, there might be a whole element here that I didn't even see. Yeah, I totally just missed something last time. So I wonder if we'll beat the game and then it will unlock all the unlockables. And this wouldn't matter. Thousands of corpses of men, women, and children that were thrown into the moat during the First War have infected the underground stream. The rivers that flow now under the castle are now a death trap, capable of dissolving flesh and bone and the very soul within. You know what's interesting about this is I'm coming from this from a level of non-expertise because I've watched the Netflix Castlevania series, but they made a very specific point to say that flowing water can kill vampires, and so they cannot cross flowing water. So then you look at a game like this where they've intentionally had these waterfalls and this flowing water all under Dracula's castle. There's a huge level of inconsistency there, and I don't know if you put that on the Castlevania creators. I guess you do. That they probably had a cool idea for a vision, for a visually interesting fight, and did not bother to check, or did not care enough to check. They probably just didn't care enough, quite frankly. I'm not sure that isn't the wrong response, the right response anyways. Right. So over here, I think there are some more things that we can collect. But this might be actually the wrong way to get to it. Thank goodness there's a refill on health. It does feel like there would be a way to actually trap yourself in this. Imagine if you just stood in the area and let it drain all of your magic. I think at that point you could get trapped between two of these, and maybe at that point you couldn't just run through it and take the health damage, particularly if you're low on health also at the same time. That's not a scenario that is, I think, likely to happen. Again, I'm running into a position where I'm having trouble finding the path. This feels like this was easier. Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. Well, I will be completely out of magic at this. So. There's a magic refill. Conveniently placed exactly where I needed one. Probably would have been helpful if this box just stayed where it was. Fell into a pit in the ground and locked into place. Man, these controls are still unintuitive. Yeah. Yeah, if the game just checkpointed you and said save the location of the box once you've done that once, that would have been fine. I don't think I can go to the left here. I think we're going up. But this time we'll have the chain whip, and the chain whip will allow for... Interesting. There's also a lot of points here where the grip positions are not being displayed properly. And yeah, same old background things. Tried to throw an axe and that didn't work. Yeah, the way this works, where you're unlocking life, you're basically only unlocking it for the use of the final battle. So I kind of would expect the game to have you die and get thrown back to the very beginning of the game, and it just say you have to start all the way over. But I don't think it really would do that. But that would be cool as an idea, is to say the very first time you fight Dracula, if you lose, he throws you from the top of the castle all the way to the start point, and then you can run back and get more collectibles. But then the second time, and every time after the second time, I'd say you should probably just die. In the eastern part of the cave, I have seen creatures transporting a sacred chest. After such a long journey, the cloudy water filtering through the rock does not look so unpleasant now. Before continuing on my way, I will drink a little and regain my strength. So he drank the water. And select the note and trash that note. And this is the second time they've put a swing point right next to a scroll, so you have to jump blindly off the edge of the screen. Alright. How many more? There's 2 more secrets, and I can kind of see exactly where they are. So it will be. We're just kind of wasting time more than anything by doing all of this. This guy's still like super strong compared to what I think they should be. So we right trigger and oops. Well, I can't make that mistake 3 times. I wonder if I had the shield on and took fall damage, if the shield would help me. So you have to right trigger and then right trigger again, which is not how it felt like it was working before. Seems like the game gets pretty inconsistent. Alright, I'm gonna use this guy to do some damage. We've unlocked that new ability, we might as well use it once in a while. The impact of the fall made me lose conscious for a time. When I awoke, fear left me breathless, not because of my shattered body, but because of the sea of corpses I found myself lying amongst. I managed to drag myself out of that hell, but realized that some of the corpses had begun to stir. Dear God, protect me. Remember, these are magical scrolls that seem to automatically write themselves. One assumes that if it has a hard... Let's see. Is there a way to zoom in? Well, one assumes that if it has a hard white line on it, that it's a final wall. Unfortunately, now that I look, we may have to fast travel once we get back to the red tint, because either I do that or I jump all the way down, because I believe the secret is actually directly above the entrance we came in. If you look there, the cube right above that has not a solid white line around it. So yeah, I guess I'll have to just move forward, because there's also the danger of that being not where the secret is, and then me running all the way back to the beginning of this area for a third time. And so let's just try to keep it moving forward. So we have an elevator here. The music just comes in and out, and more it's just gonna come out as we're not really required to fight these fights a second time. We can just kind of avoid them. This game does not feel like there are secret bosses. It does not feel like there are other things that could be done that I'm missing. It doesn't feel like there's any secrets in it at all. It doesn't feel like there's any real unlockables of mention in it, other than the ones we're finding. It just seems small. And I suppose you would want to compare this to like a Legend of Zelda Game Boy game, or A Link to the Past was a Super NES game, but I think Link to the Past might be a great example to compare to a game like that, where that's a much bigger and older game. And yet we are here. Right. This one has apparently a whole section that we couldn't reach before. We don't get the wall chicken very often. And you know what would have been cool is if you could hit things and then that would have caused you to reach higher areas so that you could potentially do a massive combo like Devil May Cry and use that massive combo to reach higher areas. Right, see, I think I missed this part before. Yeah, I forgot to walk here and look at this. We could have collected this earlier. Behind the door lies a great animated chessboard designated by vampires to kill time during the long nights. It is said that a human is invited to play from time to time. If he wins, he is received into vampire clan. If he loses, he is included on the dinner menu. Interesting, but I half suspect we're never getting behind that. I suspect we're never getting behind that door. That feels like something that would have existed. Okay. Alright, there's a way to climb up. And wow, I didn't take any damage there. A swings, which is feels weird. Also, I guess maybe I'm moving left and right just as a placebo effect. Right. Up does go. Tap A. Seriously, half the time it feels like you just need to tap right trigger once. The other half of the time it feels like you need to tap it twice. It feels very inconsistent. Alright. Now, just pull yourself up, tap A, unlock that, and reach this edge. And let's unlock this. An enormous structure has collapsed on top of me. I'll never return home or know the love of another. I will die, though my heart is filled with pride at having served the holy cause. My poor soul yearns for release. That's like the first one of a first scroll we've seen of a true believer of this holy order. And where we are now, I believe we've collected everything. So we're just going to continuously go up. I think this is going to take me to a whole different area. Interesting. This moved me to the library, which is weird because then that means I can potentially teleport back through the red thing, and then we could make a go through two areas, or we could, yeah, I don't know. Actually, this gets weird. Alright, so this is like almost guaranteed death. One-way trip. Now, in the library, there is, let's see, how many collectibles? 4. That's quite a lot. And I'm questioning how so many collectibles existed. Hidden of 3 roots, the same books number open. A book with several marked words rests on the stands, hidden of 3 routes. The same book's number open. Passage has been opened somewhere in the library. I don't really need to fight these guys though. And these are kind of nightmare characters to fight. So, what was that beastry we got? Everything would kill them if I had used any of those items. 4 hidden collectibles in this library. Is this door open? Because this door was closed before. Alright. It's kind of a creepy sound happening. There's something up this way that I don't think we did anything with. This just opens another travel location. I feel like maybe there's something over here we missed. Maybe? Yes, we did find something. A trail of ectoplasm led me to discover the location of a strange translucent creature. When I stabbed its industrial body with my sword, I felt a strange shiver pass through me. My hands were shriveled, my legs could hardly hold me up, and my hair turned ghostly white. So, maybe don't stab the ghost? Note. Take that, I guess, as a recommendation not to stab ghosts. It's a little surprising that the passage here is, this library is right below where the teleporters are. I wouldn't have really caught that. Well, I found a way to kill myself with nothing attacking me whatsoever. That's surely to be applaudable. And they get a scream sound effect in there for effect. Okay. Now, there's no higher I can go. This one must be the secret passage. So then the question is, where are the other 2 books? Might as well. Seems like you always should use the fonts if available to you. Okay, let's see. Is there something up here we missed? Looks like we may have missed something. Yep. Book with several words. Reward will word have every great reads whoever A. So, you know what? Just you take that book. Out. And you all. Alright, we got the books gone, but now we've got werewolves we need to take out. I'm about to die. I gained some magic, but I wasn't paying enough attention to that point to realize that I gained some magic. So basically when you have the books here, you want to hit A, then Y when you have that attack, and then type Y like crazy, so that you can attack the books in the air. This might be a little difficult to take on. In the third fight that we'll probably run into. I found a book with the following passage. When a great darkness loomed over the castle, a group of wise men schooled in arcane magic took shelter in the library. As the days went by, their minds were poisoned by envy, arrogance, and hatred for each other. Forbidden rituals were performed, but the souls of the men were lost within the pages of the books forever. And so, yeah. We are just unlocking things like crazy. That being said, it does also feel like we're getting less experience than before. Seems like we may have maxed out at something around a level 9 or level 10, and I'm not sure that there's anything else that can be done. Let's see. Where are we going now? Like, I'm still trying to find the path. I guess it's this way. Apparently I cannot climb up right now while I'm in the middle of the fight. There we go. Can they hit me while I'm swinging? Can my guy hit people while I'm swinging? That's another good question. I've kind of forgotten everything about dodging at the moment too. So interesting. Interesting how that turned out. Feels like some of these doorways were not open the first time we were here. So now we have a bestiary on the magic book. Let's go up here. Let's come over here. Where did it go? Magic book. They're alphabetical. Weakness to double time weakness to axe attacks. Interesting to know. Yeah, there's quite a lot. Quite a lot in this section that we could not have found. So we can't get through there. Maybe that will unlock when we turn this page. Book with several words marked. Rest on a worthy you have of taking a treasure. My proven to. And see, that's been the most complicated path so far, is having to find 3 books to unlock it. And that increased our maximum magic. Where does that put us in this area? It puts us in an interesting place. So we kind of need to teleport back to the red and then just run through the game again. And yeah, forget these guys, who cares? Like, they just don't matter. Yeah, it almost fell to my death. So yeah, we need to go back here, and then we've got to run all the way to find the one thing I missed, because this is unfortunately a game that's so short that it does make sense to be 100% completionist. And we're definitely not seeing any doors or anything that we can't open. So run from this area to get back to this area to hopefully find the thing that we couldn't find. And then we need to take a split path downward in 2 areas later. And then there's seemingly little bits of collectibles all over the place that I think we should be getting. But experience-wise, I'm avoiding most fights. So unless there's a major collection of boss fights, or we haven't even finished Act 1 yet, which might be the case, we may need to run through all of the castle a second time with stronger bosses, and then what we're doing right now is redundant. That's also a possibility. Anyways, it's been 30 minutes. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.